Mina Harker is a strong and resilient woman whose journey unfolds within the pages of the classic novel Dracula. In the novel, she's a very intelligent woman who is involved mostly as a member of the party set out to kill Dracula. In most iterations on film, she gets a slightly bigger role as the prime target of the Count because she bears a striking resemblance to the legendary vampire's late wife. While not as much remembered for vampirism herself as others, there are indeed versions in which that does become the case. Mina starts off as Mina Murray, engaged to Jonathan Harker. In the beginning, Jonathan travels to Transylvania to assist Count Dracula in a real estate transaction, and Mina is left behind in England with her best friend Lucy Westenra, eagerly awaiting Jonathan's return. Little does she know that her fiancé is about to encounter a dark and supernatural force that will change their lives forever. Mina's character is defined by her intelligence, resourcefulness, and unwavering love for Jonathan. As she awaits his return, she becomes increasingly concerned about his well-being. Her determination to find him and the strength she exhibits in the face of uncertainty showcases her resilience. Eventually, she gets word that Jonathan has been found by some nuns at a monastery in Budapest. She ends up joining him, and it is there where she marries him and becomes Mina Harker. When she comes back, things are very different as Dracula has taken a toll on her friends and family with the eventual sickness and death of her best friend Lucy. As the narrative unfolds, Mina takes on an active role in the quest to defeat Count Dracula. She becomes a crucial member of the group dedicated to stopping the vampire threat, using her intelligence and resourcefulness to aid in the battle against the supernatural forces at play. One notable aspect of Mina's character is her journal keeping. Through her journal entries, readers of the novel gain insights into her thoughts, emotions, and the unfolding events as much of it is from her point of view. On top of this, it is she who primarily does all the investigative work to out the vampire as the true cause of the happenings going on in England. While the novel and the movie rarely agree with the reason for Dracula's obsession with her, the end result is usually the same, with Dracula choosing to bite and attempt to turn her. This leads to Mina slowly regressing into illness and trance-like states, eventually getting to the point where she starts to turn. While it's much more severe in the novel to the point that she can't operate in the daytime at all, most media versions of the story portray this during the portion of the story where Abraham Van Helsing is using a hypnotized Mina to pinpoint Dracula's location, as her state has resulted in the two being connected. During the trek, they camp out, and the three sisters pay Dr. Van Helsing and Mina a visit, beckoning Mina to come with them. In a handful of versions in which Mina does in fact turn, this scene is where we see Mina fang out and even attempt to bite Dr. Van Helsing.
You cut off my head and drive a stake through my heart as you did poor Lucy, you murdering bastard.
He holds her back using some type of religious ornament to her head depending on the version, and uses broken communion wafers to keep her from leaving and the sisters from getting to her. Eventually, the crew does find Count Dracula and kills him. While Mina in the novel credits Dracula's death to Jonathan and Quincy, some film versions do credit Mina with the final act. The original novel ends with a happily ever after, with Mina and Jonathan living a happy life and having kids, but there are a few media appearances with Mina in which there is much more to the story. In the 2003 film A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which marked the final film of the legendary career of Sean Connery, Mina Harker is introduced as the only female member of the group of adventurers made up of various characters from classic novels. When the rest of the crew are put off by seeing a woman walk into the room thinking they would have to protect her, a man comes in and tries to hold her hostage. That's when it's revealed that Mina in fact did not recover from Dracula's bite and spent the rest of her life as a Damphir, or half-vampire.
You know, that's your biggest mistake. Thinking that I need them to protect me.
Extraordinary.
In the 2009 British series Demons, Mina Harker is also an immortal. She has lost her sight, but has other supernatural abilities that allow her to help the show's protagonists take on the different monsters of the show. And in the Showtime series Penny Dreadful, the entire first season revolves around the main character's attempt to find Mina. In this version, her family is looking for her after she disappeared shortly after getting involved with a mysterious nobleman, seemingly cheating on Jonathan. The season ends with them finding her, but too late, as she would be fully turned with no hesitation to kill. Her father ends up killing her in order to save her former friend and series protagonist Vanessa Ives.
And now that he has his bride, he will sire generations.
Don't do this.
It's already done.
I am your daughter.
I already have a daughter.
Mina Harker's character defies the traditional gender roles of her time. In most incarnations, she is not a passive victim, but an active participant in the fight against evil. Her courage and determination contribute significantly to the group's effort to thwart Count Dracula's plans, and as we've seen, in most cases, long after. Thanks for watching. If you like these recaps, please leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to know every time I update. There is now an option to be a channel member where you'll get access to exclusive recaps from late-night vampire catalogs like Showtime, Cinemax After Dark, USA Up All Night, and much more. If you want to help my channel grow, please check out my Patreon, where members can get exclusive content that can't be uploaded on YouTube, along with download options. Link is in the description.